Yeah, I don't. For me, no. I'm lazy. I don't want too much power. I don't want too much power. I'm simple. It's hard to be simple.
Yeah, I think
you would do it. You would do it.
The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny.
All right. I don't even know how to start. Hi, I'm Marvelous.
I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show.
Now that the salutations is out of the way.
Wait, hold on. Like, comment, subscribe.
Right.
We're trying to just continue to get the coin and doing your thing. And appreciate y'all as supporters.
Right.
All streaming platforms possible. PodicalSons.com. Podical Sons Podcast at Podical Sons are all streaming platforms.
All streaming platforms.
Let's start the proper show. So, okay, previously on Podical Sons, or before the camera started, I was telling Smooth that we live in trying times.
Right.
And in the trying times that we live in, you got to be very alert and aware of what might be going on in your world and your surroundings. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
You can drink. I was told a long time ago, drink till she goes from The Hobbit to Halle Berry. Right?
Right.
Yes. I come from a different time. A different era. The 2000s.
That's strong drink.
And we had some soft ass drinks. We had Scissor.
Yeah.
We had Nuvo. It wasn't strong like that, whatever. I think Luda probably had Conjure and people was rocking with Conjure for a bit. But Conjure was supposed to be that new Henny, you know?
Mm.
And the meme says, when the Hennessy get to talking to you. So I looked and I was like, wow, ain't that the truth? You have to be on guard at all times and stuff, whatever. And this time in your life, I think...
Yeah, the Henny will lead you astray.
I think...
The Henny will lead you astray.
Yeah. I feel like some guys need to humble themselves.
Right.
And, when the Henny or the weed or whatever drugs they might be on take you a little too far, maybe you should go gusto in your yard. Go gusto at your house.
Yeah.
Because if you black out, you pass out and stuff, whatever, you at your own domain, and hopefully you can control the footage.
It's a safe place.
Like, unfortunately, R.I.P. Rob Ford, he could have controlled the footage in his own home. But I look at it stuff as where you go to these clubs. How do you know as a man, how do you know you're dancing on a woman?
Bruh.
Look at the guy. You saw the video, right?
The video
and that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at it, whatever, and I'm looking at stuff. I'm like, people might hear this and be like, oh, he's, Marv's is, like anti-trans or something like that. I'm like, nah, that ain't it.
Nah, that's not it at all.
The man's preference and stuff was a woman.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? And I look at this stuff as like, I feel like the Henny and the mode and the people took him to a place that he didn't need to be. And when he realized he was grinding on another man,
right? Yeah.
I was like, bro, how you come back from that?
Listen, man, just all substances. Be wary about all substances that you take knowingly and unknowingly. Because I don't know if you've ever heard about this. It's on Tubi. It's called Atlanta 2.0.
It's a show?
I think it's like I don't know if it's a movie.
Doc?
I think maybe halfway between a doc and a movie.
Okay.
Right? But apparently there's one scene of a dude, right?
Well, shout out to you talking about Tubi after I've been trying to put you on a fucking Tubi and you kept disrespecting Tubi.
Tubi in the house.
Tubi! He's like Tubi-esque the other day.
Yeah, I did say Tubi-esque.
Yeah. Oh, that movie is kind of Tubi-esque. I was like, the fuck you mean? Who's respect my Tubi like that?
Tubi-esque.
As you were.
But apparently, so dude, right, goes to a ball court to play basketball.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard about it, because this has been going around. So apparently, dude goes to the basketball to play basketball court, right? I'm not sure what happened or what took place. Dude wakes up in the middle of like a park.
Okay.
with his ass out and sore.
Oh my gosh! I feel like I might be grazed past this on social media.
You might, because it was making its rounds.
Social media is a scary land, so that's why when I hopscotch, be like, what's people talk about? I'm like, maybe that's not it today. I'm bobbing and weaving on that. Damn.
So apparently it's called Atlanta 2.0. So it's like you wouldn't know the subject matter from the title, but apparently it's about like that seedy side of Atlanta that you gotta keep your guard up because you don't know what's going down. Dude went to go play basketball.
Yikes. And they switched on him. Too raw. My bad. It was the red jacket. It was giving Eddie Murphy vibes and stuff, whatever, you know. Yeah. It was giving some vibes and stuff.
When the Henny in the system, listen.
Ain't no telling. Would they hoop him or would they diss him? Yikes. I mean, but you even saying that though, with the reputation that you know what Atlanta has.
Right.
Have you been to Atlanta before?
I've never been to Atlanta before.
And that's what I'm saying now. You know what the reputation of Atlanta is like.
Right.
You never been there and stuff. Now these people from Atlanta be like, oh, it's not like that and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Be like, how do you convince me not to, like, you know, convince me on the tourism now? Sell me on the tourism. You are an older man at 50. You are married.
Right.
You like to go to explore these places that you always heard of.
Yeah. With
your significant other, your wife. Let me put some respect on her name.
Yeah.
With your wife. And Atlanta might have been a destination. You see Atlanta 2.0 and you're looking like, nah, you know what, Dave? Fuck it.
You know what?
We'll take the chance in Florida. We might get shot there. But at least I'll die with my dignity. Then I'll wake up my pride being gone.
Yeah. I don't know, brother. I don't know, brother.
That is.
I mean, and I got family member in the ATL. I've yet to go.
You or we? You.
So I have on my father's side.
Yeah, you have family.
I have on my father's side.
Are they limp-wristed? I'm asking for a friend.
They stay straight.
Okay. I like how you said they straight. They straight. Oh boy, we're gonna have some fun today, aren't we?
All right.
So I don't know, like I just feel like it's not transphobia, but it's just not what the guy was expecting. And it's not, I don't want to consider it homophobic, but because a man's preference was not to dance with a man. Like, you know, when he found out he was grinding on the dude.
Yeah.
The guy sprung back like a frog.
Yeah, he fled the scene. I think he ran after him. Wait, I'm not finished.
The guy who grinded on him?
The guy who was being grinded
on.
The
grindee?
He ran after the grinder. And there's a website. And there's a website called Grinder.
This ad is brought to you by Grinder. Cut the damn check. Yo, that is wild.
That is wild.
That is wild. I'm just saying, like, you know, we need to just move kind of different in today's world.
Yeah.
So, yes, when the Henny's in the system,
no telling.
You better start dissing them.
No telling.
Because them,
or like Marv says, at home, drink responsible at home.
I feel like this. If you cut your grass, and I'm just saying this, whatever, you wake up and cut your grass on a Saturday, you work Monday through Friday, you wave to the neighbors and you come in during the week and everything and stuff like that. Who's to say the neighbors in there just getting wasted? Like, excuse the racist terminology, white boy wasted. Like, legit.
Yeah.
Like, they can... You think they're carrying grocery bags. You think they're carrying a briefcase. They probably got coke in there, methamphetamine. They probably have shrooms. Weed is probably something light to them and stuff like that. You thinking the fireplace is on. It's actually the weed clouds going through this bitch. They are living a life that you probably don't even think. But they probably do it in the comfort of their own home.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the safety of their own home. Depends on, like, you know, whatever they tend to dabble in, whatever, right? So like I said, you're none the wiser. You do this shit in public, yo, the truth is out there. And the reason why I say it like that, because it's like, you never fall short of documentation. And it's so weird and it's so scary. And I used to always accuse people of it until I realized I did it my damn self. Right? But I didn't post it.
Okay.
And I caught myself and stuff. And I'm like, I am just the sheep in the flock. Without even paying it no attention. Now, I'm aware of it now. But I looked at it stuff as where I went somewhere, whatever, right? I went somewhere, let's say, I don't want to say that apparel, but let's say it started from like, the day was nice.
Yeah.
So after like, you know, I got myself Dougie. And then I hopped in the car and stuff, whatever. I stopped somewhere to get like a coconut water.
Okay.
And then when I got the coconut water, before I got in the car, I looked up at the sky. I'm like, yo, today's a nice day. The weather is kind of popping.
Right.
Things are kind of, you know, going on.
Right.
You know, went out with some peoples and stuff. Then it went out with one person and stuff like that. And it's just like the whole vibe of the day. And it's kind of like, I was like, yo, today feel a little different. Took a little snapshot here. One person took some photo here.
Yeah.
And then like, as the night progressed and stuff, other photos are going on and stuff like that, whatever. And then somewhere else, like none of my peoples and stuff was taking photos, but like you seen camera phones go up in the air and everything like that. And I looked at it stuff, I was like, yo, you cannot lose sight that the fact that so many photos was flashed off or videos and stuff was flashed off within that one day.
Within that one day.
I saw something on YouTube one time. It was like some chick, University of Virginia, I believe she went to. And I don't want to, you know, disrespect her or stuff like that, but like, you know, she passed.
Right.
She was murdered.
Okay.
And she was murdered and stuff by like some wild big dude with some locks, whatever. Like if you remember the story, you probably, like it was, I think 2021 or something like that, where she was leaving like a bar drinking with her friends.
Right.
And then she said she's going to walk home. They're like, oh, we'll drop you. And then, nah, no ruin your fun and everything. But on her walk, she kind of sobered up. Dude followed her and then, you know, RIP to her family. I don't want to, you know, story like there's documentaries, other people already did their thing.
Right.
But I want to pay it respect, at least if I can name her name.
Yeah.
But it was wild. While I was looking at stuff, I was like, every place that she was walking, from when like the phone calls she messaged somebody, was timestamped, was documented. This place had a security camera looking at their entrance, saw her walking past. Yeah. This place had another one, an ATM machine, another one. And it was just like increments of time and stuff for them to let all that sort of thing. Obviously, they caught the dude and stuff and everything. I'm like, dog, you can't get away with shit. Everything is documented.
Everything is pretty much documented.
You need to move wisely and accordingly and stuff in today's world.
Yeah.
Like I look at this stuff, it's like, without even trying, this dude got snatched up.
And just think about it, because where was that?
Around the University of Virginia's campus.
Okay, so think about that. So so this is happening in the US, right? Think about how easy it was to track her whereabouts, right? And in extension of that, the criminal's whereabouts, right? His how to tie him into it, right? Think about it. That's the US, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about places like the UK and China, where they have legitimate CCTV cameras. Because these are just, what you're talking about is just ring cameras, door cameras, security cameras, stuff that we know about all the time that's there. We're not expecting them to catch footage other than its intended purpose, but it's still catching this footage. Think about these cameras that are legit set up to capture this type of footage.
I know. It's eerie. It's eerie because,
like, when I was in the UK in 2019, and I was just walking down the street, and literally, like, the buildings say, "Hey, CCTV camera," and literally in the side of the building, it's just a camera, just like watching the street, and I'm like, shit, I feel like I'm on like prison television, because there's not a place that I watch where I know I'm not on camera.
You're not. Do you feel like the people there in those places, like you don't live there, but you were a tourist? Do you feel like people from let's say the UK or China feel like they're free within their country?
No, I don't. And you know what made me realize that is here, right?
Mhm.
Driving around without a seatbelt is against the law. Without your seatbelt on is against the law.
Right.
But you can get away with it here. You can't get away with it in the UK.
Talk about it. How can you get away
The
with it?
CTV cameras pick you up.
Oh.
So they constantly have to, I mean, not to say that I wear my seatbelt all the time, right? For safety purposes. But if I not want to wear my seatbelt, I can get away with it. You can't over there.
I just get annoyed easily because like my car will beep the fuck out of some shit.
Yeah.
Like I remember one time I even reverse parked somewhere. I was like, let me tighten it up again, whatever, right? So I went to go tighten up the parking and stuff. And I went back into the car.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm only parking.
Right.
I'm like,
No, yeah.
I need peace.
Put the seatbelt on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But to say that you can't, like, as soon as you jump into the car, you're not even turning that block. You got to make sure your seatbelt's on because a camera can pick you up not wearing your seatbelt and you can get that ticket. They can't even speed over there.
Wow. Well, I mean, if you're being watched like that, no.
Yeah.
Because I think part of the argument here is even within Ontario with the OPP stuff, I think somebody was saying like, if they didn't catch it on the cam,
right,
you're straight. You can fight that. You can beat that. Whatever, right? So how they describe this thing is that this situation where OPP was more so, I want to say in the median,
right,
facing like their car was facing towards the direction to, let's say, go northbound.
Okay.
While the person is going southbound.
Okay.
But it's just kind of sticking out. But the OPP is like in the middle, in the median area, just pointing the radar and stuff like whatever, right?
Right.
Set person and stuff, whatever. They're like, because they just saw like rail, then like, let's say overpass, rail, overpass. They weren't focused and stuff of like saying like, okay, it might be a cruiser somewhere in between.
Right, yeah.
And then when they seen it, whatever, they're like doing like $130 something, whatever, right? Clicks, kilometers.
Right.
In America, you know.
Yeah, $130. $130.
Yeah. So it was crazy now. My man cutting it. And then he realized like the fucking OPP's looking like, hell nah.
No.
He Dukes Hazard the fuck out of this shit. So he just kind of drove up, went north, hit like another pass. And then so when he realized that was OPP,
it was on. Yeah.
Like he's like, fuck. So he starts slowing down drastically.
Right.
Because he's like, he got too far to go. And the exits don't come up that close for him to say he gonna bounce.
Right.
And bounce and do his thing and stuff and like duck out, hide somewhere, whatever, right? So he's like, fuck it. So he cut down drastically. When the Dukes of Hazzard movement was going on,
yeah,
it was like he was like on the OPP cam, it was like, I guess it was like, shoom, on the video. Remember the dash is more facing towards the north side.
Right.
But the officer kind of turned the camera because apparently the cameras can like turn. They can't do a full 360 yet.
Yeah.
But they can do
enough the angle.
Yeah, like a little 180, little somewhat.
Yeah. So enough to point where they want to point it.
Right. So where, like I said, the OPP was sitting, caught the blur, part of the blur. But then after that now, when OPP is fully lined up going southbound, this is on the 410.
Right.
So they're going southbound on the 410 now, whatever. My man done cut the fuck down. He's like, because he knew he was wrong.
Right, yeah.
So like when OPP was like, look like where the like turn the sirens on, got him and stuff, whatever. Do you know what speed you were doing? He's like, no, officer.
No, officer. I don't.
Could you tell me?
Why do you always gotta ask you that question? Like you're gonna really not tell on yourself.
Don't act dumb. You don't see all these criminals and stuff dry snitching on themselves on Instagram?
Right.
People are happy to snitch on themselves.
You're right.
You come from a different time. I come from a different time where we don't snitch on ourselves.
Yeah.
So now officer and stuff is like, he's saying like he's yelling at him and everything, like he's like slapping him, but he's like, you're getting this ticket, blah blah blah, for that speed. I should get you for stunt driving.
I was about to say stunt
right?
driving. Yeah.
I should get you for stunt driving and stuff, whatever, right? But he's like, Do you have the footage? He's like, what do you mean if I have the footage and everything like that? So officer got his shit impounded. But when everything came to court, officer was groveling because officer was fully in the wrong. He got the shit impounded off ego. He had no proof on camera.
Right.
All you saw was a blur.
Right.
And then the dude and stuff, he didn't even hire a lawyer. He hired the ex-copper people.
Yeah,
and the ex-copper and stuff said stuff that was like, that could have been a bird. That blur could have been a bird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have proof it was the client?
Listen, anytime I'm going for one of those traffic, I'm always finding the ex-copper dudes.
Yo.
It's always the ex-copper dudes first before me.
Yo.
Any type of lawyer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. They know the ins and outs.
They got that shit thrown the hell out. They had to I think the city cut him a check
for the impound fees.
And everything like that, whatever. I was like, bro, he's like, anytime he goes on the 410 now, he just cruises because he's like, that officer's probably waiting for revenge.
Oh yeah.
He's like
100%.
He's like
100%.
You made me like a more. It was a stressful time for said dude, but he got that shit rectified within 1 year.
Yeah.
And I was like, serves him right. But there's gray areas. There's mad gray areas here.
Right.
In Canada that I found and stuff, whatever. Only the banking system, not too much. But that's why people fandangle money in other countries. Nah. But you can get a lot away with a lot of shit here.
Over there, I'm guaranteed he would have probably been caught by about maybe 4, 5, 6 different cameras. They would have had a court for him in the UK.
Oh my God.
Say, here he is, officer, here. Camera B here, camera C here.
This blur matches with this blur, and that blur matches with the other blur. As you can see, the time is sequential in blurs. It's just a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You're getting, but here, come to Canada. Hey, what are you talking about?
Hey.
Yo, I don't know. We live in a different world. And
what do you think about this, before we go any further, this new law they just instituted in Ontario, that it doesn't matter whatever the traffic stop they pull you over with, they can do a mandatory breath test.
I'm kind of for it.
Kind of for it?
I'm kind of for it.
Okay.
The reason why and stuff, whatever, is that we live in some trying times.
We do.
We do not know what one person's recreational drug may be.
This is true.
The signs for, I guess, quote unquote, weed people might be smoke.
Right.
Right? Or they might smell like marijuana and stuff. What if they took an edible?
Right.
What if somebody ingested a mushroom? Right? What if they did some injections and stuff like that and they just have a full long sleeve or something like that, right? But you see them sitting sideways like a Paul Wall video and stuff on the street, right? And the breathalyzer test comes now, whatever, negatory, because they didn't drink.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't smell weed and stuff on them. But you saw them swerving and swerving.
Right.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I do feel like it's part of an infringement, but the thing and stuff is that, I was saying this the other day when I was driving, and I said, we're the police officers when we really need them.
Mm-hmm.
You ever had those moments when you say it to yourself?
All the time.
And this is what I'm saying and stuff, whatever. I think maybe if part of these, this is just my weird ass theory, maybe if part of these smaller offenses got dealt with and rectified, it would have made the person tighten up before it got to a drunk driving or something where it's life taking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If, and I'm not just poking at anybody, but I look at it as where for me, if I know I'm about to get my drink on or something like that, whatever, it's hours before I touch the wheel.
Before you touch the wheel.
Right?
Yeah.
Same thing if I'm having trees or something like that, whatever. It's at least some time has elapsed, or I can say, I feel like this shit is out of my system.
Right.
Whatever, right? If quote unquote knock wood that officer might pull me over and they're well, it's in your system and stuff, whatever. I'm I shit you not. I'm well capable of passing any sobriety tests.
Right.
I'm confident enough to know that within myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? From whatever things I might do. But I'm still kind of beginner compared to all these other drugs and shit that come out here every 2 days.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you're worried about we didn't stop this dude with this, like, let's say driving on the influence of smoking
Yeah.
and everything like that. And now they got to a point where are the cops when you need them? You can't find them and stuff like that. No one's really like putting a restraint or like, like penalizing the person or saying like, hey, this is a warning, whatever, right? Because everybody feels like they can keep going until they get caught. When they get caught, that's when they're like, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah.
You fucked up before.
Yeah.
There were signs and stuff whatever before, whatever deity, universe, or God you're serving and stuff, whatever, they had your back.
Yeah.
Jesus took the wheel and stuff then, whatever, right? But like, look at the family in Brampton around the pandemic time where the wife and all 3 kids died. The husband had to do, he's alone, dog.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's alone.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, let's say they didn't find alcohol and stuff in the system and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
They weren't looking for alcohol. Well, they went looking for alcohol, excuse me.
Right.
But that wasn't it.
Right.
Why are you stunt driving in the broad daylight and stuff at this time where like regular people, it's busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like 10 a.m. I think when the accident happened. I don't want to butcher the time because people lives were lost.
Right.
But I'm like, who the fuck stunt drives then?
Yeah,
if anything, it's a late night creep.
Yeah, it's nuts when you're doing it 10 a.m. in broad daylight.
In broad
traffic.
day.
Yeah.
So I'm looking like he was on something. He was on one. But if you're looking for alcohol, you're looking for weed, and he tests negative for those things and stuff, whatever. Yo, boss. Something had to like catch the dude like, yo, boss, you fucking up. You were on X and you decided to like swerve like in a Paul Wall video.
Yeah.
This is your citation. Or this is your ticket. This is your warning and stuff like that. Not, this man been doing it for so long, not got caught, till he takes lives. Now he's like, oh, you guys want to throw the book at me? This is my only offense I've ever had.
Right, right.
We don't give a fuck. Well, some people, like the lawyer will fight for that.
The lawyer fight for that. Lawyers are going to have a field day.
The lawyer have a field day. This person was an upstanding citizen and he had one mishap and you guys did not find marijuana or alcohol within their system. Release him. Give him probation. Look at the one that the grandparents died and everything in like Vaughn.
That's crazy.
They got probation?
Listen, I'm a component of, and I'm not going to sit here and behave like I'm a goody two shoes and I've never driven shit. I've had a suspension, you know what I mean? So,
we've all.
So
I was like, we've all.
Yeah. So I've been there, done that. And obviously you grow to become more wiser and you
absolutely
you become, mindful of these things, of what you can do behind a 1-ton vehicle or, the damage that you can do. So, all right, let's just put it this way. I no longer drink and drive under the influence.
Mm.
With that being said, and with a lot of people within a similar situation, my only problem is now I feel like some police are going to take liberty of it. That's the only problem that I had.
That was the reason why I had a pregnant pause.
Right.
That's the reason why I paused and stuff, because I was like, I'm for it, but then I'm looking like, you're always going to have the abusers.
Yeah.
And the ones that just want to overflex their power and everything like that. Because I want to say, I knew a guy, he actually told me stuff. He's like, he's gotten pulled over by different police officers who wear turbans.
Right.
Within, like, I want to say striking range of his house 4 times in 1 year.
4 times in 1 year?
I think like one officer pulled him over twice.
Okay.
And then the other 2 times, it was different. So he's like, he felt like they probably just conspired against him. He's like, yo, boss. He's like, it's not even like a non-turban wearing officer will come to him and stuff, whatever. He's like, it's another one in the turban. And he's looking like, that's what he said to the other guy. He's like, yo, why you sweating me for? Whatever, right? And then he's looking at stuff, whatever. And he's like, yo, the last names definitely don't match up with the guy who pulled him over twice. And this one. He said, then when it happened and stuff again and stuff, like I think going towards the November, he's looking like, when he got pulled over, he's like, I bet she come out the car with a turban. That's what he said. That's what he said to himself. Yeah. He came out the car with a turban. He's like, I fucking knew it. And he's black.
Yeah.
Then when the officer came to the window and stuff like that, he's looking straight for the name. The name don't match the other two ones and everything. He's like, they probably just had this area on lock and they're like, watch for those fucking black people in this area. So I was like, I don't want to say you're wrong, but that's very coincidental though. I was like, not even like an Asian or white cop or black cop. He's like, no, Marv, turban, 3 different officers, 4 different occasions within 1 year.
Yeah.
And he explained like the pullover radius and stuff, whatever. And he's at like not too far from Shoppers World.
Mm-hmm.
And when he explained it, I was like, switch cars. He's like, bruh, I did it in my baby mama's car too. Because he's like, he has an AC.
Yeah.
And he's like, they probably like, those niggas in those Acuras. So he's like, he's like, I did it in my baby mama's car. A CRV with no tints.
No tints. Yeah.
And he's like, he's like, watch he come out with a turban. He said one time when he got pulled over or something in the wintertime, whatever, he needed, because he has braids.
Yeah.
He didn't get braided up and stuff for that, but he said he threw on like a Rastaman hat, whatever, right?
Right.
And he just had that on. And he's like, he can't even say that they saw his braids to say this, or they saw dreads, or they saw this. He's like, and the Acura is kind of tinted. I was like, yeah, these cops are taking advantage of you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to say but that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, they would abuse the power and stuff if they know they have the power to just do some shit like this, whatever, and quote unquote, I guess, use it as probable cause and jump in from there, right?
Jump in from there.
It's
Even if
fucked up.
there's no problem, even if they just want to frustrate you. Just to frustrate you.
Yeah, because
they have some that is assholes like that.
Yeah, if you lose your composure,
yeah,
a lot of things can happen to you and stuff at that point blank period, right? Yeah. So if they put you in a state and stuff, you're like, whoa, language. You know what? You're getting a little belligerent. You'd be like, nah, you pissed me off. I'm just here minding my business. You pulled me over, said I had a rolling stop. I'm like, okay, give me the ticket and go. Why I gotta stop? Why are you waiting so long to write the ticket?
All right, that's it. Breathalyzer test.
I don't like it here.
I don't like it. What was it? Move to Canada?
Yeah. Move to Canada, he said. Beat some crime, he said. Yeah, it's built different. It's very unfortunate. Let's get to the polls.
Oh yeah.
Let's get to the polls. Remember those?
I remember those.
Remember those? All right. So first poll of the week says, would you like to be a powerful God? And believe it or not, that was a 50-50 split.
It's a 50-50 split?
So remember the question of the week last week and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Would you want to be God?
Right.
Right? But I said a powerful God because I didn't want people to kind of look at it more from a religious kind of standpoint.
Right.
But it's more so you can control a lot of shit. Do you? Because I know for a fact, if I know that my big homie or you is a powerful God, I'm coming to you if I have a common cold. Like, yo. Or even, you know what I'm saying? Or like, say something happened to like my son and stuff, whatever, and like, oh my gosh. Oh no. Wait, let's go to Smooth's house. Heal him.
Yo, was it your friend who's on God level?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
And you're like,
he's number 1 on speed dial.
Yeah, you're like number one. You're like, Marv, you know what? I'm gonna give you no. That power is way too wild for me. I don't want niggas to come to my house and pop up and all this just like you. Think about it. Like, how many times do you think God would have been up there and stuff, whatever, and somebody's like, or a powerful God or something just out, just chilling, minding their business, be like, we sacrifice this person in your name. I didn't say that.
Yeah, no, I didn't ask for that.
No. But we're doing it for you because you're a powerful God. You're like, I don't want that power. Don't put nobody's bodies and stuff on my name and stuff, whatever. We did it for the name of Mark. No.
All hail Marv?
No, negative. All hail Mark. When I go outside on a rain and snowy type of day. Yeah, that hail.
All hail Marv.
Yeah, I couldn't. But that was a 50-50 split. I'm not mad at it.
No, I'm not mad at it either.
Because I can see both sides. Like I said, I sound like a very reluctant God if I was to be one.
Yeah, you do sound very reluctant.
But
It sounds like there'd be a lot of calling on you.
yo,
Yo, Marv. Yo, what up? Where you at?
sir, don't put that strain on me.
Yes, I'm
I
like,
felt that when you said it.
Yo, I've been calling you for about a month straight.
Boss, I saw this anime. It was called Dororo.
Right.
And in Dororo, they're like, yo, this village was like plagued with like rash and no crops could grow. People are dying of illness and blah, blah, blah. They pray to all the gods. The one guy's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's pray to the demons. And now they prayed to the demons and the land was popping.
The land was popping.
And I was like, but you got to answer for that shit. So I was like,
nothing comes for free.
right? So I was like, first of all, I'm like, where were the good gods? It's like,
y'all went straight to the demons. Y'all didn't even say, let me see if I can go to the underling angels first.
but they were probably on break, or they probably was like, we got a lot of other shit to take care of over here, whatever, right? Like every time I talk about that gospel song, he's an on-time God.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. You may not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time.
Mm-hmm.
You need him to fix the legs. You just lost in this car accident. You're in the car, you know, hypothetically speaking, you're in the car, you wake up unconscious, your head busts on the steering wheel, but you're looking around, you can't feel your big toe wiggling, you look outside, you see your foot is outside.
Right.
On time, God! Yes, he is! Yo, you're gonna ask for a fix.
You don't need a fix.
But if he knows smooth though, like, you know, like, pull up!
If you know me. If you know me, I'll bless you. I'll bless you with some feet. Some new feet. If you don't know me, I don't know. If you don't know me by now.
Then, yo,
You better start knowing me then.
I call it the club. I call it like the club of like me or the club of a person, right? Since we're here, let's say the club of smooth. Let's say you attain this godlike power.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
To freeze time, move water, control the elements.
What up? Yeah.
You're an airbender. Yeah. You're basically like an airbender, like the last Avatar.
Right.
Right? You're in this ability to do all this, but you just gained this ability. I want to say, we'll put it on your birthday last year.
Okay.
So not even a full year, you have this power and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
There was people that disrespected you. There was people that threw dirt on your name. There was people that didn't acknowledge you, that didn't give you like a proper say in the matter, like belittled you.
Right.
The list can go on.
Yeah.
Now you've become this entity. You're now a powerful God on your birthday of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, I know I shafted you. I know I borrowed money from you. I know I fucked a woman that you really loved. But I'm a changed person. Can I come into the club of smooth because I heard you run shit?
Nah, there's a 5-year waiting list for people like you. At least a 5-year waiting list to get into clubs. Yeah. Sorry.
So there's still tiers. There's levels to this shit.
Still levels.
I feel like for me, I am on that, but I feel like I've probably given too many passes to Club Marv.
Right.
Did I not have to kind of go around the club?
Take back some passes?
Yeah.
No,
don't you feel like that too?
See, what you gotta do, right?
It's create a different VIP?
Issue the blue passes until the bounce of the red passes is no longer accepted at the door. That's what you gotta do.
So still let them reign in the club?
Yeah.
Not kick them out?
Not kick them out. Then that's the next time when they come back to the club
and
they splash that red pass. Oh no, red passes are no.
Red pass get you in.
They get you in, yeah.
But you can't get past this zone.
Right.
You need a blue pass for this zone.
For the speakeasy.
For speakeasy.
You need the blue pass. You need the blue pass for
speakeasy. That's a club within a club. I am not mad at that. Okay. So, whoa, folks. Limited edition passes.
Limited edition passes
of Club Marv.
Yeah.
They can be bought.
So you see me.
They can be bought.
Entering that club. And then wonder where I disappeared to?
They can't be bought.
Couldn't tell you.
You know? No Diddy. just saying, they can't be bought. But yeah.
All right,
Powerful
next
guy.
poll.
Next poll. That's a good shot. Next poll says, does the truth really matter? 67% say yes, it does. And 33% said everybody has their own truth. Where do you stand? Does the truth really matter today? Does everyone have their own truth?
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I think everybody has their own truth.
You're on that side. Talk about it.
I think everybody has their own truth, man.
Talk about it.
I think.
Why? Why do you say that? So the truth doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it matters to a degree, but when I say everybody has their own truth, it's because people want things to matter to them, right? So if I really need the sky to be pink,
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you the sky is pink, and I'm gonna believe in that the sky is pink full-heartedly, in hopes that I can convince somebody else that the sky is pink.
Okay.
I don't necessarily believe that everybody believes in what they're feeling is 100% true.
Mhm.
But as long as it's true enough for them, I think they're okay with it.
I see where you're coming from. I feel like truth.
It's almost, sorry, don't mean to cut you.
No,
it's almost
ahead.
like,
run it.
It's like, do it in the Matrix.
Which dude in the Matrix?
The one that sold out. So the one that sold out everybody.
Cypher.
Okay. And he wanted to go back to the uncomfortable falseness.
Oh yeah.
But he wanted to accept that as his truth.
Yeah.
As long as it was good to him, he was willing to accept it as his truth.
Yeah, because he said even when you wake up a millionaire, rich, not even remember
exactly.
Nothing,
and I think as long as people feel that have a truth that embodies that, regardless if it's true or not, they want to live that truth.
That's very true. You're absolutely right. Because when you're looking at it, how can you tell them that's not the reality?
Right.
I feel like the overall truth is still there. So I'm still with the Matrix crew, with the Morpheuses and all that type of stuff. Like, that is the undeniable truth. But then you still have people that are still choosing to be plugged in.
Yeah.
Or don't know that they're plugged in.
Or don't even know that they're plugged in.
Right?
And the kicker is choosing to be plugged in, not knowing that they're plugged in, and winning.
I think that's dope.
Well, that's a thing.
To be honest,
if they're winning, then do you want to unplug them? Do they want to be unplugged?
I think that's so dope and stuff for them. But I just feel like those moments should be like short-lived from person to person.
Right.
because hear me out. What I mean by that is like, I feel if you're watching, let's say Usher. Say you're watching Usher, right?
Okay.
Usher now is living this world where he has fame and fortune.
Yeah.
Right? And no shade to Usher. I'm not calling Usher out. Don't send Usher fans for me. I heard that Beyonce show, that Swarm show. I'm afraid of how fans might attack now.
Fans
so
are ruthless.
I'm not coming for Usher and stuff.
Fans are ruthless.
On the other episodes and stuff like that, I just be joking. But I'd be half truth every joke.
Yeah.
So
half truth.
So everything. But say you're Usher now, whatever, right? You're living this life and stuff, or like we can acknowledge that Usher has fame and fortune, the looks, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, women adore him.
Yeah.
Guys want to be like him and stuff, whatever. And you're like, how's that possible for just one person who's living and breathing that can probably have diarrhea and Taco Tuesday the same way like us?
Right.
Right? I look at it stuff as like, yo, that's dope. That is great, whatever. Right? You know, you imagine you wake up tomorrow and stuff, whatever, you walk out your house, there's people like, you're like, yo, what's going on?
Right.
Whatever, right? You go put your bank card in and go take out some cash and stuff, whatever. You get the receipt coming out, whatever. You see like $236 million in your account. You're like, what the fuck? And you just withdraw like $60. You're looking like, huh? You put your card back in and stuff, whatever. You might take out another like $1,000. You're looking like, you ain't gonna question nothing more. You gonna drive and shit like that, whatever. You get out of the car, people like, hello, not your average. How can I help you? Are you looking to buy this company today? Is why you pulled up? Be like, no, I came to work. They're like, silly man. We know you own everything here. And you're looking like confused. And you're like, this is the greatest day of your life, possibly, or some shit like that, right?
Right.
This is a constant. This is not a constant for you, so you're just trying to absorb it and stuff for them, right? You're used to your milk budget.
Right.
This man Usher's living on a champagne budget.
Right.
So I'm looking like, do that, but not that long. Like, share it. like, let somebody else have a turn. Yeah, that's how I feel and stuff, whatever, right? Like the cypher moments, let someone else have a go at it, whatever. I'm in Beverly Hills the other day. Because I can say that now.
Right. Now that you're here.
Yeah.
Now that you're back home.
Yeah. Wow. I was in Beverly Hills the other day. I'm looking like, this motherfucker ain't nobody like an influencer, just a regular hard worker with family who know how to move money properly, legally and stuff like that, make shit happen till they got the property and they're just here.
Right, yeah.
And you're looking at stuff and you're like, oh, I wish I could have a Beverly Hills property home and stuff. And they're looking like, you don't know the maintenance. We have to pay the lawn man and stuff, whatever, to make sure everything looks so perfect. You're looking like, but you live in Beverly Hills. You can afford it. Can we though? We just inherited the land. You get what I'm saying? Again, you don't know what goes on when you see people go to their house.
What's going on, man? Look, Nick Cannon said when he was with Mariah Carey, every time that they went out, he had to spend at least $200,000.
For what?
Security detail.
I dump her.
Bro, like,
I'm sorry, Mariah. You're a gem. Mariah Carey, you are a gem.
You are a gem. But if I gotta spend all that bread every time that we gotta go out, it's not happening.
But okay, did you know Cat Williams?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. And I don't want to be a spoiler alert and stuff, whatever for you, but like, he crashed a Nick Cannon joke. Listen out for the Nick Cannon joke.
Okay.
But it has some, I'm not going to give it away, but I would say and stuff, whatever, like, Nick Cannon has money to do it.
Yes.
Right? But that's what I'm saying. Just because he has money to do it, should he do it?
And that's the other thing.
Because I look at stuff like, if I'm going to be with a beauty, see, Mariah, you're a gem.
Right.
If I'm going to be with a beauty like Mariah and everything, I'm going to look at stuff as like, I could be with a chick who's just probably on Instagram, look good in the bikini.
Good in the bikini.
And I don't have to pay for security detail and stuff like, or we could just go with my regular shit.
Right.
And be A-okay out here for less.
But what if you're in a position where you make more than you can spend? At that point, do you really care at that point?
No, I don't know. I'm weird. If you're asking for me, like I see what the
and that's why I'm asking. Because I know how you are. But if you're in a position now where you're making it more than you can spend it, let's put it that way. And you can't take it because we know we can't take it with us when we go. And even the shit that you're gonna leave back for your son, it's still enough for him and his friends to spend.
Him and his grandkids and his friends to say, fuck, this is fuck you money left by Mar.
Yeah.
Yo, to be honest and stuff, whatever, like, it sounds glamorous.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it, like I said, I wouldn't want to do it for long.
Right.
I would just do it for like a moment just to see how it feels and stuff, whatever. It's more the experience.
Yeah.
It's just more for the experience stuff. Like I wouldn't want to do it. Like I probably might experience it for like maybe a week, maybe a month.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, I had enough. I'm like, whatever job or I'm making this money, I'm issuing my retirement in 30 days.
Right, yeah.
Like, I might like want to go off the grid and be like, I'm appointed a new CEO so they can live this lifestyle and they can see how good it can get. Cause this was a lot for me. 50 mil, I tell you how I feel. And you give me a property and stuff, whatever, where I can just do my thing.
Right.
I'm off the grid.
You off the grid?
I'll be off the grid in fucking Beverly Hills or Malibu or some shit like that, whatever. But again, I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, yeah, for me, no. I'm lazy. I don't want too much power. I'm simple. It's hard to be simple.
Yeah, I think
You would do it. You would do it.
I try to live this. I tried to live the simple life.
But you want to, you would, okay. I know you would do it to see the taste.
Yeah,
To get the taste.
I do it. I definitely do it to see the taste, and then I'd probably
It's kind of like
know-
when you and the reason why I'm speaking for you,
Yeah.
is the Beamer.
yes,
Like remember when you had the Beamer and everything?
yes,
Like you're Beamer, bands like band. You're in that world and stuff, and you're looking like you did it
right.
for the taste.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so you get another one? You're like, nah. I was like, people don't go back. I don't understand, Grandmaster. Why? Like I heard once you had filet mignon, you're not eating meatloaf no more.
What I'm definitely not doing is going in any tin submarine
Oh, Titanic.
into the depths of the ocean because I can. Certain things because I can, I'm not going to do. But if I had the money where it's like I can't spend it quick enough, then Ryan, you might get a couple dates out of me. You might get a couple dates out of me.
That's
The 200 a pot just for the experience. But you're right. After that, I'd probably be like, it's a waste of money, man.
and that's what I'm saying. I feel like for
As much as I have it, it's still a waste.
it's an experience, and I feel like how many people can say they were married to Mariah Carey?
It's true.
Tommy Mottola, Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
He's
And
in
all
the
of them could
selective
afford
five.
it.
Huh?
And all of them could afford it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I look at it stuff as where it's not this landscape and stuff where you don't have to do it all the time. You did it. You and I we talk about it. It's like a flex.
Yeah.
How many men could really say that they did, these type of things? You're in like I call it the call to greatness elite few
Right.
for certain type of things. I've
Yeah.
been to a strip club and got my money returned right back to me.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
Stand on that. And I'll call out the stripper too if need be. I have no problem saying that
No problem.
date and time. But again, and how many people can say that strippers have actually given them back their money?
Right.
A small select few.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Like the world seems nice and entertaining for the taste. For me, if I had like fuck you money and stuff, all like that and then some, I look at it as I said I was looking at the Richard Mille watches and the AP, the stores and stuff, whatever, in Beverly Hills, they were right next to each other. Right? And I'm looking at this and stuff, and I'm looking at like, and when I saw a price tag for the Richard Mille, I looked at it and stuff, I was like, that's a rec center.
Pretty much. Pretty damn much.
I'd rather put up a rec center than to just to own it like on my wrist.
Yeah.
Like you can help so many people and change so many lives and stuff whatever with just the rec center by itself
Right.
compared to like this is just one of those. Excuse me, sir, do you have the time? 3:45. That's it. Ooh, nice watch. Thank
It's-
you.
I always like, and I don't know if I could put myself in their shoes, but just thinking about like what is the everyday hustle for like one of those like sons of like a chic oil billionaire. Like what do you do? Like what is your purpose? Like
Enjoy.
that's all you can do. No,
Enjoy. Because and I say it just like that, like you should enjoy it because it was kind of like on a smaller scale, let's say you've probably had friends or known people who probably came from a world like, okay, you came from, I want to say it's sad, but a more of a privileged kind of world where you had mother and father,
right?
right? It's very sad. It speaks about our community
Yeah, no.
and volumes.
Yeah. Listen, growing up, I was probably only had one other friend that had both his parents.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. That's why I try to cherish, like when I see these moments and stuff like that now, whatever, I'm not even with my ex and my son, right? But I
Right.
look at it as where you come from this world now where, think about it, you guys weren't like MTV Cribs living like you had Butlers or Jeffries or Bensons and nothing like that, whatever. Y'all was living good, or decent enough, whatever, where your mom was a hard worker and your father was a hard worker, and they put in the stuff into their house and their family, and giving their kids, you and your siblings, things that was probably the best that they could do.
Right.
Right? Like I look at it stuff as where somebody probably came from a world where their parents couldn't even buy them a pair of shoes for back to school.
Right.
Right? But here you are now. You kind of don't deserve it, but you're reaping the benefits. So that's what I'm saying. Multiply this on another scale of magnitude and stuff, whatever.
Right.
Boss, these rich kids stuff, whatever, they don't deserve it, but someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
Because I look at stuff as like, yo, and as a parent, whatever, you always look at stuff as like, if not your heir or your seed, who the fuck should get it? Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You start to look hard. So you look at stuff as like, yo, these kids came from my nuts. They came from my balls. Of course they should drink the wine, reap the fruits of my labor and stuff.
Of course they should. Yeah.
So if the parents is the sheiks or like the oligarchs, or even if like, fuck that, those the drug dealer, drug lords and stuff of the hoods, and you see their kids and stuff like 16-year-old, their first car is a Benz with like, fucking probably a Culligan now, right?
Right.
Like they're living different now because these kids, they don't do nothing. They do everything to the max.
Right.
These kids are in Balenciaga in high school. Mm-hmm. So that means their parents are busting their ass to give them these things and stuff for them to live like this. Do they deserve it? Fuck no.
Right.
It's just on a smaller scale.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. It's all equivalent. It's all relative. We got cooking. Look at that.
We got cooking.
This is a scary place we're at now. I wanted to ask you real quick, not to sit long on it and stuff like that, whatever. What do the state of hip hop right now? With like even with this Drake versus everybody thing going on. How do you feel about the state of hip hop compared to, because you're about the same age as hip hop?
Yeah.
And you've seen a few beefs in your time. Like, you're a seasoned vet.
Right.
Right? You've seen some beefs. You've seen some stuff. You've seen the beefs over. You've seen the feuds have been quelled, to shake hands and everything. What are you seeing as an OG to like the state of hip hop that you're seeing now?
Well, right now it seems that beefs are being almost looked at with some sort of commercialism towards it. I don't think these guys are just beefing for the fact that they dislike each other, but also beefing for the fact that it could mean something monetary wise. Like, if I got an album coming out, this is good way to fuel that. And
that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it as,
I thought you were talking about like if like, let's say like you had a diss track and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And like you want to say because Kendrick,
right,
he had one of his diss tracks, he mentioned, is it Ho King or a Chinese restaurant and stuff, whatever, that's actually here in downtown Toronto?
Yes.
Think about the sonic boom with that and that money that it would bring.
Right.
So now let's say if you and I are beefing and stuff, if we were rappers, and then I was to say, or somebody was to say like, yo, Mar, on your beef track or your diss track and stuff to Smooth, could you mention and stuff, whatever, like, I'm getting food at Lloyd's
for sure.
Crab Shack?
For sure.
Okay.
And
I'm in the hood.
This is what I'm saying. It's like this time around, it's almost like and it maybe not be
that's different though.
Maybe it might not be purposely, but the fact that it can be done, I think people are catching on to it and say, hey, look, no, we can really do something with this as far as, just using it as a way to get at each other. We can also monetize this, because you're right, dude, the Chinese
restaurant, it was on the news,
blew up.
It was on the news.
Right? I think
Local news.
I think Drake actually went back there and shot a video for one of his diss tracks. So like this dude is getting major exposure, right? But going back to the artists themselves, if we look at the landscape, right? It started off with three. Well, let's say three. Metro Booming, Future, and Kendrick. Right? Started off with three, right? Kendrick ended up dissing two. The three of them dissed one, but Kendrick ended up dissing two.
And two both clapped back.
Both clapped back, right?
But one said, I want no peace. Where's J. Cole right now?
Where is J. Cole
he's
right
on Pina
now?
Colada and stuff, whatever.
Where's
Pina
J. Cole
Colada,
right
nothing
now?
matters. Like, yo, he has a bar for this moment right now. I know he does.
Right? But he does his piece, right? He doesn't just do a diss track, right? He puts out like a 7-track album. This out. That you put out a diss track to diss somebody. You put out 7 tracks to make money. Right? So you know where his angle's at. Easier to make money. So he puts that out. Then he decides, okay, he's made enough money as he possibly wants to make out of this little foray. Then he pulls it down.
Hold that thought. When, let's say it was a point in time, it was Nas versus everyone.
Right.
Right? Remember Nas, I think he made that statement and stuff for hip hop is dead.
Yes, I remember that.
And it was Nas versus everybody and stuff, whatever, right? And then remember Nas, I think it was already been beefing with, I think, like Dipset at a time and stuff like that and all the above. His music was on mixtapes. Like those diss tracks and stuff, basically.
Right.
The main diss track that probably made money was Ether. On that Stillmatic album, he had a whole bunch of albums.
Right.
Tracks that clapped at people. Like, I think like The Shore Rebuild, like The Bridge Is Over. But he had tracks where he could monetize.
Right.
Off his album and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
And back then, it was more street notoriety and street credibility. You couldn't monetize that. Because how would that money kind of come back to them if it's more word of mouth? Like they're like, yo, Nas crushed this camp or Nas crushed these people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, in this landscape, the current landscape, whatever, like, yo, if your diss track is not on Spotify or the streaming platforms, it's not real.
No, it's not real. But that's okay though, because it's setting up everything else though, right? So okay.
The album?
So
go ahead, finish.
So if you look about it, right? Like I'm not sure how long his album was on, or that was on Spotify. I think it was just maybe 2 days before he took it down, right? But then if you look at the stuff that's on YouTube, right? And even if it's not my platform, because with the Drake stuff, the Drake Tupac stuff, he put it up and then he took it down, right? But it doesn't matter that the fact that he took it down. It's already it's already in the ethos.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just constantly selling everything. All this stuff is already on the ethos.
What do you mean constantly?
It's constantly selling you. If I jump on YouTube right now,
yeah.
I can find it. I can still find all of these songs.
Correct.
We can still find it, right? So
YouTube don't ever change on me. That's why I told you YouTube is the greatest app out there.
It's lovely. It's lovely, right? So you see, think about it. This is just constant advertisement. Even if they don't make any money off of it, it's there to keep you noticed and keep you with us, keep you following us, right? So then now when I'm ready to drop something, you're still there with me. So that's why I was like, cool. Why buy off so early? Jump back in it.
You're right. I mean, not saying you're wrong, but I look at it stuff as like this: validity and facts. Fetty Wap.
Right.
Fetty Wap had a song called My Way. Like, baby, won't you come my way? Remember that? Drake had a remix.
Right.
Only in the land of YouTube you can find this.
Right.
Not on a streaming platform.
Right.
You can never take away that this track has been made. whether it's real or fake, it's still in the
That's it.
ethos
It's
and
in the
stuff,
ethos.
whatever.
Yeah.
He adds other things, like let's say circa that time.
Right.
He does more other things like that. Then he drops an album, commercial, the advertisement you're talking about.
That's it. So
it is worth it.
It's worth it. Look how much freaking Kanye had no business. Kanye said, "Shit, I ain't getting missing out on this opportunity."
With the $20 store?
Yeah. No. With the disc, because he jumped in and he did his.
Oh yeah.
I'm not missing out on this opportunity for my name to be mentioned.
Attention whore. He's an
attention whore. Metro Boomin just put out he didn't even put out he made a beat called Drake, BBL Drake, put it up, and has invited people to rap on it. And the best verse gets a free beat. It's all advertising. It's all advertising.
Wow.
So the state of hip hop is hip hop is commercialism all over. It doesn't matter which angle. It doesn't matter which angle now. They can find something that they can commercialize in it. If it's rap beef, they've commercialized the rap beef.
Oh, I thought you were saying like hip hop is commercialized now. I thought you were saying that.
That's not far from it.
What about like rap battles and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, if you can commercialize rap beefs, how far is it before they could start commercializing rap battles?
Well, no,
wait. They already commercialized. If they monetize rap battles,
they have a caffeine. Is that the app?
Caffeine. Yeah.
Caffeine.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hip hop is commercial. Whether we like it or not.
Whether we like it or not, rap battles would have said would have been the last forefront. But they have an app that you subscribe to monthly.
I think that's very, very dope that within a 50-year run, hip hop is commercial. You can't, I want to say you can't ignore hip hop.
You can't.
But I look at it stuff as where we've come to a point where you shouldn't have to demand to be played some places. And hear me out. There's radio stations here.
Right.
Like I know Katy Perry, track like a Dark Horse, or like say if it's pop with a rapper,
right?
They'll kill the rapper's verse.
Yeah.
Why? If hip hop is commercial already, and you have the power to blurt out whatever the hell already, just play the artist. You're cutting the full artist's verse out, whatever.
Right.
When hip hop is already commercial. So is hip hop really commercial? If they're still doing shit like that?
Yeah, I think. Because I think there's going to be some pop stations that will play the verse, right? So it's. I think it's still happening.
No, I'm focused on those dirtbags that's not playing the verse. Because I look at like, I'm not saying Juicy J, like, man, Juicy J could have did better with the bars. Let me say that,
right?
Because they'd be like, this guy's been apologizing to every celebrity since the episode started. Nah, not apologizing to Ye. Juicy J, do better. You're a rapper. You've been in this game for too long. Do better.
Yeah.
I'm looking at stuff as like that verse wasn't like the greatest type of verse.
Right.
But I feel like there's other songs and stuff where there's been like a pop star and there's been like a rapper. And I feel like the rapper flamed it. And then now you're in a vibe where like, oh, you like the song because of the rapper flamed it.
Yeah.
You hear this version that they cut the rapper out. You're like, where the fuck is such and such? Like even when Jay-Z, Umbrella and stuff, it was a short ass piece. You know how many times and stuff, I was like, they couldn't let Jay-Z's No Clouds in My Sound. That verse was short. And you know how many Umbrella versions I heard without that shit?
They could have.
So I always felt like that wasn't the real version of Umbrella. And like, no. It wasn't no Umbrella remix.
Yeah.
It's the original version of Umbrella. Why they cut Jay?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm wondering if with the top 40 and the pop stations that focus mainly on playing that stuff and not really rap, you know, what is the percentage of them that don't play, you know, the pop songs with the rap counterparts in it versus the ones that do? That's a good question. But I mean, otherwise than that, I think hip hop is commercial. It's for sure it's commercial.
Okay. I have a controversial topic.
Controversial topic?
And, you know, after the Marvel Shima and stuff, whatever, I realized everything I say has gravity to everybody, apparently.
You don't say. You don't say.
Because I look at it as stuff as where I guess the things that I do commands respect,
Right.
but I don't feel like certain things and stuff should not be discussed and stuff, whatever. Because I guess since the things I do commands respect, my word is not the final word, and my word isn't a judgment word. So if I'm not on that side of whatever argument, let's say if you're on the opposite side,
Yeah.
you shouldn't feel shame.
Right.
No one, people do. Maybe it might look the way how I speak. I don't know.
No.
And I look like, just in red and black. Is it giving villain vibes? In Japan, it's giving hero vibes.
Possibly hear villain vibes. I'm not sure.
I'm wrong part of the world. So what color are hero vibes over here? Is it red, white, and blue?
Red, white, and blue.
Because Superman had the red and the blue.
The black is, you know, anything in black is intimidating.
Oh, but my skin is black.
That's where it starts.
Okay. First of all right, you and I had grays on this topic, but I was like, if I talk about this topic, I have to lead back to this boom.
Okay.
And I'll title this section and stuff, whatever. You don't have to come on a journey with me, but just know for a fact, just draw your line.
Marvel Shima 2.0.
Marvel Shima 2.0. It's like, this guy's always just dropping nukes. Okay. So we have this platform of this lovely podcast, the Podical Sons, that have been holding us down for years.
Yeah.
And I always thought of stuff, whatever, is that we've covered damn near everything from politics, race, sex. There's nothing we don't talk about.
We've covered a lot of shit.
There's no things that we, suicide, name something we have not discussed. And we get there and these other moments come up and then realize like, yo, we never discussed this. And we'll get there, or I'll educate myself on it so we can have this discussion and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
I'll title this section, I'm Sorry, Michael.
Okay.
Right? So now, I'll leave with it and say, who is the most successful transracial person that has ever lived?
Most successful transracial person that's ever lived.
I'll start right there. Let me sit up straight so people know how to come from my head, because they're going to come from me when they're ready.
Elvis?
Elvis is transracial?
He sang like he was black.
He said the only thing he liked was black was his shoes.
And then he shouldn't have stole all that black people music.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, if you look at it, stuff, whatever, what do you go to Memphis for? Do you go there for Graceland or you go there for the blues? Michael Jackson is the person I have.
Michael Jackson is the person you have.
When Michael Jackson, yes, transracial.
Okay.
When Michael Jackson was a young black kid singing songs like Ben, white people loved him, black people loved him, the world loved him.
Right.
When Michael Jackson went to start singing I'm Bad, and he was whiter than your teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
White people loved him, black people loved him, everybody loved him. Rachel Dolezal had an attempt. When Chappelle does like the white face, it's not received across the board.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was received across the board.
This is true.
Mike was that great transracial person, greatest transracial person that's ever lived. He laughed. He also,
You sound like this dude identified as transracial.
So you have to identify? We can't say that? Okay, then I'm in problems already. But I know for a fact.
Problems already. The Jackson Estate.
Okay, if that be the case, all right. I'll second that argument. Let's just say I'm willing to stand on this. If that be the case, you never made your car, right? You never made your Jeep.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But you bought that Jeep.
Right.
And you own that Jeep.
Yeah.
Right? Can no one tell you that ain't your Jeep? Right?
No one gonna tell me that's not my Jeep.
Michael Jackson bought those kids, did he not?
Yeah, he bought them.
He bought them.
Yeah.
Can nobody tell me that those are not Michael Jackson's kids?
No, they're his kids.
Of all races he chose, he was born a black man.
Right.
Where did he decide for his ex to go? What the lady's name was Debbie something? You remember something Debbie?
Says that.
She wasn't a little Debbie. I know that. She wasn't little Debbie, but Debbie something.
It's Debbie something.
Right? He chose for his kids to be born white. A black man. We saw Mike start off. He's like, no, black is in the back. White is where it's at. You have all the money. Mike didn't have fuck you money. Mike bought the Beatles in front of Paul McCartney.
Mike had fuck you money.
Mike bought Neverland.
So where's Prince in all of this? Can he get some of that transracial love too?
I've never seen a dark skin photo of Prince yet. Show me a dark skin photo of Prince.
This is
I don't even know.
I've seen Prince with Afro.
I never seen Prince in childhood.
No, I haven't seen Prince in childhood. I seen the 17-year-old Prince though. He had an Afro though.
Yeah. I need to see like a childhood photo.
In order to tell that he was black?
Yes.
The Afro won't cut it?
No. And I don't even want to be racist and stuff, whatever, but you know, there's a selective group of people who are not, have melanin tone in them, but they have afros.
Right.
Naturally.
Right.
Right? Please don't cancel me because I know you guys have money to do that. But that's it. I'm just saying this stuff, whatever, but when it comes down to that, what I'm like, yo, show me the photo. Show me dark skin Prince.
Show you dark.
There's no dark skin Prince.
No, well, he likes skin bro. You know, there's never gonna be a dark skin Prince.
Show me a child photo. Like when I look at stuff,
my child photo of Prince.
Exactly. This allegation, this accusation that I'm making and stuff will stand firm. Okay, until change my mind. I want my mind to be changed. If somebody be like, let me shut that dude up. I found a photo. I was playing with Prince when we were little. This is the photo, and I'm like, I see like the little. Like I see like a look that it might look like could be Prince.
Could be Prince.
I give you that.
All right.
Back to Mike now.
Back to Mike.
Mike chose these kids to be white.
Mm-hmm.
More predominantly white than black, right? I don't think Mike needed to say he shifted racist, okay?
He just
his actions spoke in bounds.
Action Jackson.
How many people have you seen with vitiligo, real vitiligo, or sorry, broke vitiligo? Let me say that. Broke vitiligo where they have patches. Willie Harlow is an attractive woman. I just heard her attitude is different.
Yeah.
Now people say I'm taking shots at Winnie now, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I just look at the stuff, it's like, if Winnie had Michael's money, you think Winnie would be Winnie now?
Maybe not. No,
okay.
No, maybe not.
That's what I say. Broke vitiligo. I know people with real vitiligo that I've seen. And I look at stuff as like, yeah, they made peace. Mike said he had vitiligo. Show me a photo of Mike's like back, like looking like a map or something with like dark and light spots and stuff on there.
Yeah.
And like, he really had vitiligo.
No.
Mike spend the money to be
you're
white.
Not gonna see no vitiligo.
Mike spend the money to be white.
Vitiligo pictures, yeah. You know what I mean?
Mike spend the money to be
here's
white.
The thing, because even during the transition, he had money for the makeup. So even if he didn't go full white, you know what I mean? He had the foundation.
He did go full white. You're talking about like
before
transition. Yeah.
He had the foundation to be at least black for a while.
Until technology came. Mike was always at the pioneer of
Mike was at the forefront.
You see the videos?
Mike was at the forefront.
Fucking screen broke bounds of how much money they spent for all of that. Whatever.
Mike was at the forefront.
Mike was at the forefront of technology.
Mike was at the forefront.
He was there. It's like, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
What you got? What you got to make my skin tone even? Mike, we've been working on this shit. It's not on the market, Dad. That's okay. I got off the market money.
I leave with that good part to say.
To say the way it gets worse? What the fuck, man? You mean you leave with that good part to say?
Oh, it's gonna get dark.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to get dark.
This is episode 291.
Oh, is it? This is gonna be one to remember.
This is episode 291.
Well, I came in my red jacket, trying to get my Mike Thriller on.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where it goes dark now.
All right.
Now you can lower the road and just watch me go descent into the darkness.
No,
Stay at the light. Stay at the light. You can just answer here.
I
like,
got you anchored.
Okay, just yell down in the darkness and let me know if I'm not gonna let you go. If I'm going too far.
I might have to pull you back.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. All right.
Go ahead.
Mike had fuck you money. Did I not say that?
Yes, he did.
What would you do if you had fuck you money? You grazed on it earlier. I'm glad we kind of had this. Our episodes always come back in full circle anyway.
Right.
You said you had the money to do it over and over and then somewhere like your kids' friends can enjoy this damn money and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
You had fuck you money and stuff like that, whatever. What are your... I don't want to say vices. What are your desires? What are your desires?
My desires
Mm-hmm.
is to find the poorest what I would consider to be the poorest nation on earth,
Mm-hmm.
and do my best to develop it.
And then Porsche Nation,
Yeah.
so they can give you. That's the thing. If you do that, you should get a city, or at least call like Jewtown or something.
Yeah, something.
Jewtown. Whoa, that was close.
That was close.
I had the residue on there. The residue was there. The residue was there. I did not mean it like
It's very
that.
sticky.
We'll say Jewtown. Can I say Jewtown?
You can say Jewtown.
I still like how
It's still close.
The residue is still there.
still
I
close.
don't like the residue.
It's still close.
It's not racist. Just to get the residue is just there. Okay, you've done enough for said nation. This is what you could do with your fuck you money and then some and all the above. These are your desires. Let's think about another type of man who has fuck you money with his desires. What do you think he might have around him? I'll start. I feel like a man who has fuck you money and all desires. What's the guy's name? The poker guy? The damn Blitzerin? The guy who had infinite women around him in bikinis and the poker. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Eating
He's
steak.
Canadian, wasn't he?
He's baby Jesus to me. So like, you can call him whatever. He's of no nation, okay?
Yeah.
His money knows no bounds where he can tie him down to a nation.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're in this kind of space and stuff where it's like that, whatever, right? A guy like Dan would have women on women around him.
Right.
Would you know some guy? Do you think you know some guys that would just have, if they had money like that, they might have bag of women and women around them?
Yeah.
And like, cars, not the best thing that you're for their entertainment.
Yeah.
Right? Some FYE shit. It's all for them, right?
Yeah.
Why did Mike Jackson want kids around him? Think about all that I said just to say that.
Now this is what I've heard,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Remember, feel free to tug the rope and pull me up.
No.
I'm going too far.
And I kind of see that because I've always wondered, right? But when somebody told me how, he never had a childhood, and then I kind of think back to him growing up and looking at it and saying, yeah, no, dude really never had a childhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I had fuck you money and I felt like there's a section of my life
Mm-hmm.
that I missed out on,
You would want nobody to miss out on theirs.
yeah.
And you would provide the opportunity.
Okay. But also,
Sorry, I don't want to speak for you.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
but no.
Yeah.
But that where you're going,
Mhm.
but not only that, but it also may give me an opportunity to experience the childhood that I missed.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm not allowing them to miss out on anything that they may miss out. And at the same time, hey, this might be a little bit of therapy for me because maybe this is part of my life. There's something missing.
Mhm.
This might be it. That me not experiencing childhood.
This is
might
good.
be it.
This is good right here.
Right.
Because now you're basically envisioning yourself to be Michael Jackson and stuff, whatever, right? Which is cool.
Right.
Which is cool. Explain why he's laying in the bed and stuff, whatever, with underage children.
See,
Let's say you're
yeah.
Mike now.
I'm Mike.
You have this fuck you money and stuff, whatever. Why would you do that, whatever? Because worst case scenario, you could provide them with a whole nother facility next door
Right.
and let the kids sleep there with their families.
Yeah.
But you're laying in the bed with an underage minor. Exactly.
Experience bedtime stories? I don't know.
I like that answer. I actually like that.
Because I'm thinking of all the things that you like as a sleepover.
Right. But I would have
did as kids.
I would read and leave.
Right.
Even if it's reading a book.
Right.
I'd be like, no one read to me as a child when I was little. Whatever, right? And I look at it stuff as where my mom, and I love my mom to death. My mom and stuff for there, she's like, you know what? It's kind of dope that you can read yourself a bedtime story to your damn self.
Right. Yeah.
Because she's like, she's like, God didn't bless me with an education and stuff, whatever, know-how like that. He blessed me with the skills to hustle and get this bread.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she's like, yo, I find it dope. So like, if I'm like now multi-millionaire, be like, I would like to read to a kid to go to bed and stuff like that. Yeah, my son. So say I'm in a position where I can't make any children. What'd you say? Because Mike was a time where he had mad money and no kids.
Right, yes.
Just him and, was it Bubbles, the monkey?
Bubbles.
It's just him and Bubbles.
Right.
Right? Come over, kids. Come over with your families.
Yeah.
Your mama and your daddy is sitting right there in that ottoman or that couch right there while you laying in this bed. Or hell. Hi, parents. Just want to let you know, I just want to read your kid his bedtime story. You can witness it. Because they might even take photos. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Timmy, when you were younger, Marvin Jackson read you a bedtime story.
y'all in matching onesies.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They look like, oh shit, thanks, Dad.
Y'all in MJ onesies.
Don't worry, nothing was done because we watched him, and when he was done reading the story, he got the fuck out of the room.
Right.
I'm sorry, Mike. That's why I said I told you. I'm titled this thing. I'm sorry, Mike.
Yeah.
Now you're in this position and stuff, whatever. Now, why does just leave the room?
That's a valid question.
Just leave the room.
Valid question.
I know people would throw dirt on the person's name and a great name. Michael Jackson is a great man. I would never, ever discredit that, whatever. But I look at stuff as that I just find it so wild that not even from the accusations for the people and stuff, whatever, but you didn't see this action going down and stuff, whatever. Like, yo, you had everything to your disposal. Mike been rich since he was young.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he went to take that mansion before take that mansion was there,
right.
or whatever take that mansion was at that time.
Yeah.
And it changed him. Because I feel like he was on an older woman vibe, like a Diana Ross, Elizabeth Taylor. He was on that kind of vibe and stuff. Brooke Shields. He was there.
Yeah.
I just feel like he went to the take that mansion and stuff, whatever it was at that time.
Yeah.
And it shifted.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have no doubt that I have no doubt that Mike's seen some stuff.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that Mike's seen some stuff. I have no doubt. Listen, I call it just me. Call it one of my smooth theories.
Fire away. We here. Remember, you can put the hot water on me.
But I think if you're a major artist on a major label, you've witnessed some shit.
Confirm.
You've witnessed some shit.
Confirm.
Yeah.
Confirm. I like how you did it PC, but I had to explain my shit. Your shit was fucking eloquently beautiful. It's kind of like, I say this to leave this. It's all that fucking more right there. I like it. I'm not even mad at the energy. I dig it though. You know what you did. That's why you can't stop laughing. I'm just saying. Don't play dumb. Don't play dumb. I play dumb at times, but
I know.
Don't question my intelligence. I know. I know.
Major artists.
I know. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
They see some shit. They've seen.
I'm not. What you're saying is not wrong. But you know exactly where you stand with this. Cause you're looking like, I'll be damn, Marv. But I'm not coming from this. Is saying the thing is, I'm not coming from Mike. But the thing is, stuff is that once one take that mansion has started, we have to look at it stuff where we have to prevent these any more to be created. If we're doing good, if we're doing bad, fuck it, just let it run. Because like, think about how many people and stuff that know, like, even don't go to Diddy's house. Did you guys herald that? Did you guys go on your platforms and stuff and make noise of that? They didn't.
Do you think everything is coming out now because we're on the path of trying to do good? Or trying to right certain ships?
Oh.
You think that's why we're seeing... Because at the beginning of 2024, everybody's saying this will be the year of truth and reconciliation, right?
Cat Williams said that. I remember that.
Cat Williams said that, right?
Yeah, no. I feel like you don't need an audience to try and get peace.
Right.
And I say that because if you're going through, like, say, I don't know, I don't even want to put this on you, but let's say the driver and this would make the non-Canadian listeners listen up, would be like the Humboldt, the Humboldt hockey kids.
Right.
With them losing their life.
Yeah.
And everything is on this driver, right? I don't want to give it a celebrity, I want to give it an everyday people kind of scale, where you now have to live with the fact you've taken all these lives with the vehicle you were operating in.
Right.
So many investigations, so many things have been done and stuff within this process and everything like that. I feel like remember I said it before, because I guess I quote unquote, again, Marvashima, whatever, right? What if Hitler apologized to God and said he was sorry and God understood his forgiveness and then made it to heaven?
Right.
People would be very upset to see Hitler in heaven. Right? So I look at it stuff as that this person now probably apologized to whatever deity they believed in and asked for forgiveness, right? For taking these lives. He don't need a camera on him when he's talking to his God.
No.
He don't need the peanut gallery and stuff to like listen into like the cell. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't. Your road to redemption or the road to being good does not need to be publicized.
Right.
They said a long time ago, maybe I was the only one listening, I don't know, the revolution will not be televised. Right? So I'm looking at stuff like, you don't need anybody and stuff for everything to be good, or you need the focus and stuff to be good. Because it's kind of, I think it's just find it kind of dope as hell where like, I look at stuff as where you might consider something a problem, and then I tell you like, yo, technology is here, that's not a problem. We can get that solved. Like, oh my gosh, I painted my house in the wrong friggin' color and stuff, whatever. Or I hit it with the wrong color, I bought the wrong color and stuff, whatever. Like, oh, this is the Home Depot app. We go on there. We can show you what the whole room looks like if you painted the right color that you actually wanted.
Right.
Technology and times have come along to like here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We don't need to make a whole video or you don't need to paint the whole room to see this color might not match for your vibe.
Right.
We've come to a point and stuff for a lot of these things, right? To get good, we don't need to be publicized. It doesn't need to like everybody make the noise.
Yeah.
If you have the truth speakers and stuff, whatever, or the like, I want to say, Cat Williams said it in the special. It was so funny because he said like, yo, like, I'm not a snitch. I was looking like, but to Illuminati, you are a snitch. Whatever, right? Because it was like, if it was not the Illuminati, but it was like, if it was niggas that was selling drugs on the corner, and the cops is like, or the people's like, who do you know is doing bad? And that one guy's like, those guys on the corner are up to no good.
Right.
What's the difference between the person making a call being Cat Williams and the drug dealers or the Illuminatis?
Right.
These are the people with the breads, right?
Right.
So I look at the stuff as where you can expose, but do you need to expose? You know the truth. You can just tell your peoples and stuff who you fucks with.
Right.
If everybody, not everybody's your peoples. We said that.
Yeah.
Everybody's your tribe.
Yeah.
So all the people and stuff that listen to Cat Williams and stuff, whatever. Think about people who've listened to Cat Williams, been a quote unquote Cat Williams fan. And then when he got handled by the young kid and stuff, whatever, like, yeah, he got problems. Yeah, he on drugs. And then Cat Williams come out. I was never on drugs but weed.
Right.
And alcohol every now and then.
Right.
Right? Do they jump back on the ship because they blasphemed his name, right? Like, you as a truth seeker, you don't need the public to just tell the people who fucks with you, because not everybody fucks with you. They hated him when he came for the Wanda lady or something like that, whatever. They hated him when he was fighting the kid. They hated him going to the airport with the guns.
Right.
They hated him several times and stuff. Not everybody's your peoples. You ain't got to tell Everybody.
Not everybody's.
You can tell you're close enough confidence and you're close enough peoples and stuff that this is my path. I want to get good. And this, that, and the third. And I'm not poking or aiming at Cat.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at stuff as like, you don't need for like it to be publicized for you to be going good. You could have probably committed a cardinal sin.
Yeah.
You could have killed somebody. G-Dep.
But I'm not even thinking like on it, like in just an individual level itself. I'm thinking like just the industry itself. Like no,
industry can't be purged and stuff, whatever. It has to be a one at a time thing. It has to be a one at a time thing.
So I'm saying do you think the industry is doing the purging of the one at a time?
No, the industry isn't, whatever, right? Because if you're looking to do good, you have to do it good on your own account, on your own accord. I don't think it's the industry saying like, hey, we want you to do good.
Right.
It'd be like, no, like I look at it stuff as like, and I give G-Dep as an example. G-Dep now killed somebody and murdered somebody and nobody knew.
Yeah.
He turned himself into the authorities to answer because his sins and stuff was weighing too hard on him and everything like that, whatever, right?
Right.
If that's the case, why didn't Harvey Weinstein walk into a cell? Why didn't Bill Cosby and stuff, or quote unquote, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The people who quote unquote want to do right. Why didn't Diddy and stuff, after he did Cassie all this wrong and everything, walk into a cell? No, the industry, I don't think the industry is saying like, you Diddy, it's time for you to be good. It's up to the individual. I think individuality and the power and stuff that I think people forget, whatever, we are still part of this one world.
Yeah, but the industry can't tell you to do good, right? But if I'm in a position,
right, you have to own it.
But if I'm in a position to say, listen,
there's a scandal, come clean.
I do not like. Listen, I asked Puffy to do 3 songs at my son's bar mitzvah, and he said, "No, fuck you and fuck your son."
Take that. I'm sorry. We needed a break from the seriousness.
You know what? I don't like him. I never did like him.
So I'm gonna crush him.
I think he's a piece of shit like the rest of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what?
I'm gonna crush him.
Their time is up. I can now make this industry go into a lighthearted way. The trap music is we made enough money off of trap. We made enough money off these black people. I can now shift. But while I'm shifting, fuck this guy who didn't want to pay at my son's bar mitzvah. So here what? I know a few things. I know a few people. Let me loosen the reins on the people who I had reined up and say, whatever, do whatever. I no longer care. And so now they're out here now just doing, the reins is off. I can do whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm going to just do whatever now. Right. So I was saying it doesn't necessarily have to be Puffy figuring out, okay, I did enough dirt. I got to come clean more than he's being forced now to come clean. I look at that. Sorry, don't mean to cut you again, but the dude from Nickelodeon.
Oh, the Drake and the show. I know you're talking about the Josh and Drake thing.
The Josh and Drake, that guy who's been making all that shows. He didn't want to come forward with all of that shit. But slowly, it's like 3 different shows. Actors from 3 different shows have come forward now to say, yo, this guy's a scumbag. He was always a scumbag. Scumbagula. I always like that. He was always a scumbag. Why not in 2024 are we finding out all these people are always, it's not like they just became scumbags. They were scumbags from time.
Right, but I feel like that's part of the individual choosing the redemption road.
So you feel like it's the individuals now saying
choosing, because I look at it stuff as where, let's say, we're like, oh, Diddy, you treated Cassie wrong.
Right.
And he came on and said, you know what, I apologize. I did ill-treat her. I did do this type of thing and stuff like that. It's still him coming out to say it.
Right.
Did he do that?
Oh,
did he not? He didn't.
Still up for debate.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Then now they're like, oh, Diddy, we heard, you fucking with dudes and everything. If he came out and said he's bisexual, LGBT community, embrace me.
Yeah.
Then it'd be a different kind of notion. But he didn't do that.
He didn't do that either.
And that's what I'm saying. It's up to the individual to kind of get this road to redemption and stuff, whatever. You don't really need the peanut gallery or whosoever or the powers that be to tell you to do these type of things, because for anything, they could be trying to incriminate you just in general.
Oh yeah, okay. I see. I see where you're getting from. Yeah, I see where you come from. No, I didn't mean that he was trying to come clean. Other than just, I think the industry itself is trying to clean up whatever they want to try to clean up, and they're looking for scapegoats. And these guys just happen to be dirty enough for it to just make them fall easily on them.
Oh yeah, but then that's what I'm saying. Like, if these people have all this information on, let's say, on a person like Diddy, right, and everything and stuff, you as the individual have to look at stuff as like, yo, this would be, let's say they wild theory, and I'm not making an accusation, but let's say Diddy did get Biggie killed.
Right.
And everything catapulted, like his trajectory of his world changed after Biggie died.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It helped.
Which
it did. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I've been studying him for like years.
Yeah.
Right? So I look at stuff as like, all right, say he's done no wrong to Cass, he's done no wrong other places and stuff like that, but he has played a part in the demise and stuff like that. Just saying. This is podcast land.
Right, yeah.
Don't sue me.
Yeah.
They have the dirt, the Illuminati, the powers that be, the whosoever and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Now, when these other accusations come out and stuff like that, you as an individual or him as himself be like, I got one body on me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want no more.
Right.
As an individual, I don't want to cause no more harm out here.
Right. Right.
But it's up to the individual. He didn't take that step.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. There's so many more accusations that came out after the fact, because we heard Diddy bodied Biggie.
Right.
Right? And there's so many other bad things about him that has came out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking like the individual himself hasn't spoken about these things and stuff for that. And no, he doesn't need peanut gallery. Like I said,
he doesn't.
He doesn't need to say the stuff like to shut that asshole up on the Podical sons and stuff, whatever. He doesn't have to say that.
No.
But the thing and stuff is that in his heart of hearts, confession is good for the fucking soul.
It is.
So then my thing and stuff is that, like, yo, sometimes you just got to own the monster. Remember, R. Kelly didn't own his monster. Robert, did you have sex with underage kids? I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect. Own who the fuck you are. And as I'm saying, we keep giving titles and stuff, whatever, to certain people. And I'm not even saying this to sound like some Cat Williams type of shit, whatever, but I'm like, we give titles to people and stuff, whatever, who are capable of making wrongs and mistakes and in positions of power that we probably can't see. Because we're on a milk budget, they're on champagne budgets. And we're in this shit where it's looking like, yo, they're people too.
No,
they're capable of fuck ups and stuff like that.
100%.
But yet we highlight it and we magnet to it like, this can't happen. Like if we hear something and stuff about Cassie getting beat by Diddy or something like that, whatever, right? Or how he abused her. You probably know a neighbor that's getting beat, but you don't say nothing about to your neighbor and shit. Let Diddy and stuff, you hear about this Diddy situation, you're probably on Twitter fingers or somewhere like that, be like, this nigga Diddy is an asshole. I can't believe he did this shit. You witness your neighbor and stuff. Curtain was open. Take that backhand. Take that.
Right.
And you did nothing. Nothing to help put that monster down and stuff for that. But you got something to say about this monster over here.
Mm.
You as an individual made that choice.
Mm.
So that's what I'm saying. It's more the individual for me. I want everybody to own their shit. Own where you like, yo, I owned it. I said this section is called Sorry Michael.
Right.
I'll own this shit. I'll own my shit.
Yeah.
But some people want stuff for that, they won't own their shit. Your shit. I don't even need no question of the week. Let's get question of the week. To the folks that's new at this episode, because this episode might cause some fire. We normally have questions of the week.
We normally have questions of the week.
But we gotta wrap this shit up. We're not trying to do a Joe Rogan. No shot to Joe Rogan. Fuck it, man. Yo, whatever. Hate me as the villain of the week on this episode. Let it run. Let's get to the questions. Let's get to the Ask the Sun section. All right?
Sons.
Ask the Sun's question. First one comes from Smar83. What food trends are you ready to see disappear?
Alfredo.
You're over Alfredo sauce.
I'm over Alfredo sauce.
I fucking kind of love it. That's the only kind of white sauce I like.
I'm,
Pause.
I'm,
No Diddy.
I'm over it. No, I'm over it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We were just there. No Diddy. You know, for me, as a young kid, growing up in the early 90s, growing up in the 90s, my 90s I spent in Florida, in Miami, right? I've come from a world where you had ice cream trucks.
Okay.
Ice cream trucks now start selling hot food. So I want to say in elementary school, it went from just ice cream.
Yeah.
Somebody had like a big ass freezer in their back. You point out the picture, they got it.
Right.
Just ice cream to the point they're like, we got chips. We got sandwiches. Fuck it. We'll fry you a burger and some fries and stuff like that, whatever. To the evolution of food trucks.
Right.
The food on the ice cream truck or the food trucks was cheap.
Right.
I'm making this statement right here because the shit pissed me off when it happened to me. A food truck pulled up and stuff, whatever, at my hospital.
Okay.
My cafeteria is expensive.
Right.
I feel like they sold their soul with the devil and stuff, whatever. Because I'm looking like, how much for a can of Coke? And that bitch Canadian is like $3.
Yeah.
300 and what is it? 330 ml. I'm paying $1 an ml. 100 ml. So you see my rage.
I see your rage.
Food truck pull up again. Miami kid, Floridian kid built, right? Food truck. I'm looking like cafeteria in this motherfucker because this is a nice facility, right? That's why the people sold their soul to make some coin here.
Yeah.
It's selling a fucking lunch for $14.
Wow.
$14.
Wow.
Right? You could probably go to, I will insert free plug, King's Delight. For $5 a meal. And be satisfied. You can buy 3 of them bitches.
Yeah.
Not finish it because they pack you with so much chicken and veg and rice. And you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Looking like for the convenience fee that this motherfucker pulled up and everything like that, this motherfucker really charged for this. So I see this food truck now. So I'm looking like, they're like, oh, it's like, they're selling tacos. I was like, I love tacos.
Right. Right.
I didn't bring a lunch today.
Right.
I go outside. Yo, when I seen they selling you 3 tacos for $24, welcome to my world. That's exactly how my face looked. I'm like, the cheapest thing there was the poutine for $10. A $10 poutine, my guy.
3 tacos. You said 24?
24. And they had the square thing to tap your card, to insert your card, because they're gonna get this bread, whether you like it or not. Get up.
That's crazy.
The food trend I want to see over, expensive ass food trucks. Kill them. If your food or your meals and stuff, you feel like they're to that caliber and everything like that, whatever, bang more till you get that fame. When you're in restaurant now, talk to me with those prices.
Go ahead with those prices.
You see yourself spending 3 tacos from a food truck for $24.
No, that's
Do you see I couldn't see myself doing it.
Nuts.
$10 for a poutine. I've been walking downtown for years. Downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
The food trucks and stuff that are even outside City Hall, their poutines are not even $10.
Not even close.
Expensive food trucks. Miss me with that. I had to say all that because I know other people saw the rate. Because when they saw me walk up to the truck, because I'm a social butterfly, people are like, oh shit, Mario, what are you gonna get? I don't know. I didn't see the menu yet. I'm looking at the menu, looking at the prices. I was like, what? I might as well walk to 7-Eleven.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Was it a gourmet food truck?
You think I give a fuck if it's a gourmet food truck?
I was just
it could be run by fucking Gordon Ramsay.
I'm just trying to figure this out. I don't get that.
Madness, bro.
Taco.
Madness.
Not even 4.
You can't even talk right because the price is shocking you.
Not
And
even
stuff
4.
Don't have a stroke over there on that side and stuff like that. I'm gonna need you for another few more
I
episodes.
would have said, okay.
I'm gonna need you for another few.
$6 a taco, maybe.
A taco. That's even wilder. The Taco Tuesday at some other spot. I can point it to you and stuff. It's like it's not too far from our Asian spot. Toss Thai.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's not too far from Toss Thai. It's like right next to it.
Right in there.
They give you 3 tacos for less than $10.
Yeah.
And this he's giving you 3 tacos for 24?
That's crazy. That's insane.
Yo, the salsa better been made with like Santa Maria. You convinced me.
That's $8 a taco.
I'm over it, man. I'm over it. It took me a while that day. It took me a while because I remember like I was walking back, and I think like God bless it was kind of windy in that area or whatever. My coat flapped in the wind, but like my stomach rumbled because I was like, my integrity can't let me starve. But since these other people have sold their soul to my hospital for the longest, I might as well give them the chance to say like, we'll take your money for $14 compared to somebody for 24 who just pulled up, who's not here constant.
Right.
We've been here.
Yeah.
You just chose to say fuck us. Yeah. You chose to bring your own tea and where everybody else spent $5 for a tea and it's not Starbucks. I gave them my money that day. I said, give me a tuna wrap. Yes.
Yeah.
And back to Zen. Next question comes from Miss Cutie 90. Miss Cutie 90 says, what's something you wished you started sooner?
Something I wish I started sooner?
Mm-hmm.
Stocks.
Mm-hmm. Nice. That's it? Just stocks?
Yes.
You got a runner up?
Stocks, runner up, I would say probably being an entrepreneur. Yeah. I thought your aim was like, the reason why I say it like that, because like as a producer, right?
Doesn't that not make you an entrepreneur?
It does, but I think
because you have to sell your beats, and and you're a songwriter and stuff as well.
But I don't think many producers consider that line of work as entrepreneurship until you really start making something from it. Up until you start making something, you just really look at it as a hobby. I gotcha. So when I say entrepreneurship, that means like the little hustles that I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm. Like that's making you the money.
Yeah, I wish I would have started some of those stuff like earlier, like my mid-20s.
I would say, for one, keep it a buck. When I read the question, podcasting.
Yeah.
Podcasting. Because I feel where like the land space and stuff has got kind of crowded for some people to kind of see or hear these great conversations.
Yeah.
So it's gotten to a space where like
it would have been easier to find if we entered this when it was a pond, as opposed to entering it when it was a lake.
You think it's a lake? I feel like
we entered when it was a lake. Now it's an ocean.
Yes.
I think when we entered, it was a lake. I think it was still. I think it was because the lake is still a big body of water, right? I don't think it's quite the ocean as it is. You're
absolutely right. I think anybody who did it from like the Apple time, remember Apple had the name podcast for iPod.
It probably was just a street. It was a stream.
Puddle. Probably was a puddle. And then it started growing and stuff there. And to those people and stuff like, I want to say that's steadfast, stood at it, that's been at it for that long, like the Rogans.
Yeah,
the
those are pond. Those are the pond people.
Yeah. I feel like when they were do you feel like they're the pond people?
I feel like they were the pond people.
Interesting.
Yeah, because the pond is not a pond is not a huge body. Right?
No, I know, but
I think they were pond more than the stream. Like the stream guys, I would say more of they didn't even have show names. They had just like friggin' address numbers.
Yeah.
That if you knew on your iPod how to get the address, then you can. Those were the stream guys, because there was maybe 10, the most of them, that were operating in that realm back
in that
then,
space.
in that space. So they were the stream guys until it started hitting now. When it became more known now, then it became a little a pond, right? And I think that's when the Rogans, the Buttons started getting. Because I knew this one chick before Buttons was doing the podcast. She would be on his on his group chats. So he was doing the group chat stuff for like the longest time. Right. And when he was doing the group chat stuff, I would say stream what was happening at that time for the pod stuff.
Yeah. No, it's definitely an ocean now.
That 100% ocean now.
There's definitely an ocean and stuff. I just feel like
I don't even think there's a show that exists in the YouTube space that has not been converted into a podcast, and vice versa. Oh, while I say that, Google is actually killing their podcast. So it's no longer...
Yeah, you got the email. Yeah, I saw the email.
Yeah, so no longer the Google podcast, because they just incorporated everything into YouTube.
It's prequel to the YouTube podcast thing that was supposed to be dropping.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Oops, I leaked that. For real, content creators out here. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But like, yeah. I think podcasts would be it. And I think the other thing is stuff. Let me see. Something you wish you'd started sooner. I think I do want to say investments, but I think that's everybody. But I think another thing and stuff for me is that I think working out. I think when I finally start working out and everything like that, I'm like, am I out here jogging like these damn jugheads and shit like that? And then I think like doing it to do it, and then you start feeling good, and then you realize that it has so much more benefits to it. I was like, why did I do this sooner? But then I'm in a landscape where I've been taking vitamins, I've been doing things and stuff like that for the longest, right? And from a born day the other day, somebody's like, it was a hell of a compliment. I took it as whatever. Because like they're like, oh, so how old are you? I'm like, well, this is my last birthday in my 30s. And they're like, I was gonna say, you're like, are you turning 30 and stuff, whatever, soon?
Nice.
I was like, so I think that day, like, I had my hat on. They're like, you take off your hat? So I'm like, yo, I show up like, hair's thinning and stuff like that, whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, from there, but they're like, your skin is flawless. I was like, yeah, but I have gray hairs in my beard. They're like, what? Like 6 of them? I was like, oh, shucks. Did I out? And then we were talking and stuff like, what do you take? What kind of vitamins you take? And I was telling them, and somebody else that was around that was chiming in. They're like, you take zinc? I'm like, yeah. They're like, that's why your beard's so damn black, because zinc and stuff has the anti-aging properties and like reverses like gray hairs and shit like that. I'm like, I thought I was on crack one day because I'm like, I had a shining silver coming from here and the bitch vanished.
Right.
I was like, did it fall out? Why isn't it coming back?
Right.
So I hunted for it and stuff. I was like in the mirror one day, couldn't find shit, whatever. I was like, yeah, zinc slows down the graying.
Right.
Right? And I was like, oh, and they're like, how long you been taking zinc for that shit to happen? I was like, decades. Like over a decade. Like in my early 20s. I'm a pharmacy kid, right? So they're like, oh shit, well you got ahead of everybody else and stuff like that, whatever. Because some people don't even take vitamins to this day.
Right.
And like, oh, you're gonna need vitamins to get older. That's why they try to jam you extra shit like Centrum 50, nigga. Welcome, Gramps.
Welcome.
You have arrived.
I'm on my 50 regimen.
You have arrived. Last question comes from Dad Joke King. What did you swear you'd never get into, but now you're addicted?
Swear I'd never get into, but now I'm addicted.
For me, these phone games.
The phone games?
Yeah. Because like I've always been like a console guy
Mhm.
for the longest, right? Like, give me a PlayStation, give me a controller in my hand, and I'll go to work.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? And then I realized and stuff, whatever, like now is like if I have these little blips of little opening moments, because I have my phone, I'll just go and just do that, and that would be like my quantification for like gaming.
Right.
Because even if I look in my stats or my weekly report for my iPhone, it's gonna say, "Oh, entertainment, games." Like this is what you've been doing. It's game.
Yeah.
The phone games and stuff. I never really thought they would have caught me and stuff for that. I think way back in the day when they put me onto Fruit Ninja, I was like, "Oh, you just swipe." I was like, "All right." Next thing you know, I became a Fruit Ninja like addict. I'm out. This bitch is frenzy. Then I was like, I was off of it. And then another game came up where there's like more I could play with my peoples and stuff, whatever. And then we're looking at stuff like now, my coworkers and my other peoples and stuff was messing with the Monop.
Right.
Everybody's messing with Monopoly now, whatever, right? So now there's argument stuff when you go to work, be like, yo, you don't go to bed? You be bankrupting people and stuff 1 o'clock in the morning? I was like, yo, mind your business now. Just because you're a family man,
you gotta get.
And I'm a rogue warrior. We are not the same.
Yeah,
you're going broke. You're gonna wake up broke.
I would say for me, documentaries.
Documentaries.
Yeah, I was never really a fan of them growing up, but like now I like watching them, man. And it doesn't necessarily have to be anything specific topic wise. It's just as long as I find it interesting, I'll tune in.
You have a hunger for knowledge, though, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, if you have a hunger for knowledge and stuff, then like, of course,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, new information you probably didn't have or in-depth detail on.
Right.
I see that. I would be like that and stuff too, but yeah, these phone things have got like I don't want to say a hold on me, but I look at it stuff as where I was on the phone.
Yeah.
Playing the game, and then like a woman's naked in front of me. And I was looking, I was like, click, and I had to throw it and stuff, whatever. And she's like, I was standing here for a minute. I was like, oh, I like vagina. I was like, no, I'm sorry. I was like, I have a problem.
You have a problem.
First step is admitting it.
That's the first step. Very first step.
We are here. We're finally here at the end.
We are here.
What if I told you that what I really wanted to talk about, we didn't cook on it?
Because you figure one flamethrower was enough?
Yeah.
There's always next week, bro.
Until next time.
We're only allowed one blow up per week from Marvashima.
Once again,
stay tuned for 3.0.
Yes. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Seeing us on YouTube as well. Podical Sons Podcast.
You know what it is.
You can find us on all streaming platforms, Podical Sons Podcast, and the socials. Participate in the polls. Appreciate the polls. We appreciate the votes.
We appreciate you.
Thank you for listening to Podical Sons. And remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Oh, you know what? Before I rob you guys and stuff, whatever, let me give you a Associated Sons to take with you.
Wait a second. Hold on. We're moving too fast.
I know we're just doing some Rogan shit. That's why we're trying to go over like these 2 hour marks and stuff.
We're trying to keep it socially acceptable.
Acceptable. Thank you. So, Associated Sons this week says, a snack is a meal to a grateful person. Associated Sons. It's kind of self-explanatory, but I want to say to speak on it more in detail is that to a person who's less fortunate, like what you were saying, to put a small nation to rebuild if you had the funds and had the resources and stuff like that.
Right.
You can just be given a little, and that little will go a long way and stuff. Whatever. Picture if you were in the damn desert and you had nada to eat, nada to drink, and out of nowhere somebody offers you like Dasani water.
Mhm.
And a lot of people are not fond of Dasani water.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's Flint, Michigan water bottled. But I mean, hey, is that another Hiroshima bomb?
Yeah.
Sorry. But again, you're grateful that somebody's at least giving you Dasani.
You got some water.
So say the sons, a snack is a meal to a grateful person.
So says the sons.
Now we can get the hell up out of here. You guys be well, keep well. Peace and love, y'all. Peace.
The Podical Sons was not your average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.